the show. Have a good night, everybody. I think that we should play that song after every single whistle blow. And if you're wondering why I'm talking about whistle blows, that's because this is a sporting event. You're at Comedy Sports. Hello, loyal fans. Welcome to Friday night and more bops that you can't find on Spotify, so you have to come here to listen to our pre-show to get the latest hot jams. My name is Heather. I'm your host and announcer for this first match of the weekend here at Comedysportz Network, the home of Comedysportz Chicago. I want to know who is joining us. Oh my gosh, wow, we just started and there's already a hype train. Hello, Twitch world. Thank you for the hype train and for gifting subs. Amanda Brock for kicking off this. Wow, this is impressive. I love our loyal fans. Kate Wiersema. Wow, thank you for these gift subs. This is incredible. I'm going to try to get the hype train back on track with my introductions here by starting a poll. I think I can do that while there's a hype train going. I want to know that other song before the Out of Time song was being ready. So, are you ready? Question mark. I'm ready, or however it went. Now I'm blending all the songs together. They sort of start to sound the same. I'm ready, or help warm me up. Warm us up. Question mark, exclamation point. I got some lag on my keyboard over here. You know what? Help. Starting the poll with the only words that my keyboard would let me type. Some would say that I'm having a technical foul, which is another thing we're going to explain in a little bit. So there's a poll right up there where the hype train is happening. I want you to vote. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready, just like in the song. Or help, which means you're not, and I'm going to help to get you there. If you're not ready and you need help, here's what you need to know. This is Comedysportz. It is what it sounds like. Not comedy about sports, but comedy played as a sport. You're going to have two teams facing off, going head-to-head in improv competition with suggestions from you, tonight's loyal fans. This is a show for everyone. We want to keep it fun and enjoyable for everybody with content that is appropriate and not icky or gross or something that you would have to Google. So we're going to keep it in bounds. Just like in sports, the ball stays on the playing field, and if it's out of bounds, that's a foul, which will be called by our referee. Yes, we're a legitimate sport, and we have a referee. So we've got 81% of you are ready. I'm concerned about the rest of you, but I am here to take care of you. All right? The other 19% of you that aren't ready yet, I got your back. Just like all of our players have each other's backs. Let's practice getting suggestions. I think that'll help you feel ready for what you're about to see. So keeping in mind the out of bounds foul and keeping it cool, I would love for you to type in the chat anything, like what's the most interesting animal you've ever seen on the Discovery Channel? Tell me about that. Type that interesting animal that you saw on Animal Planet into the chat. I also want a suggestion of what's the worst gift you've ever received. When I was in elementary school, my aunt and uncle gave me a dictionary, and that wasn't very exciting as for a child. So something along those lines. It was a good gift. It just, I was a kid and I didn't appreciate it. So put those in there. Weird gifts, interesting animals, and how about what's the worst meal you've ever eaten? The worst meal you've ever eaten. I also need, because these suggestions could be nouns, like I've just asked for, person, place, things, or I could ask for activities. So I need a few more suggestions, loyal fans, of something that you would do on a camping trip, like setting up a tent, or what else do you do on a camping trip? And also, what are some of your favorite sports? I love tennis. And these can be sports. My dad's watching football right now that you see every day, or these could be sports that you don't see very often, like a deep cut, not Olympic primetime sport. Throw those in the chat with those camping activities. Okay, so I'm hoping that if we were to redo a poll right now, which we're not going to, that more of you would say that you're ready for what's about to happen, because this is how it's going to go. You're going to use the chat to give us suggestions, and we are going to take those and create comedy gold all night long for you. And if you don't think it's gold, you get an opportunity to vote using those polls throughout the match to determine which teams you like better. So if it's comedy gold, you're going to vote for them. If it's comedy silver, bronze, or they didn't medal, you don't vote for them. And one team is going to reign victorious at the end of this match. All right, that's what's going to happen. That's what you're going to see. If you want to know a little bit more about who we are and what's happening at Comedysportz Chicago, down below the video here, down below me, you will see more information about CSCN, including links to our website, our schedule, information about how you can communicate with us, merchandise like this sweatshirt, which you can purchase in our Threadless shop, and our community resource guide. It's been a tough news week in the midst of a bad news couple of years, in the midst of, you could say, the entire news of the whole planet has been downhill for, since we came here. But being optimistic, we want to make the world a better place. So we have a community resource guide, which is just a small way to do that, where we can share helpful links and information that we can always use to continue to learn and help people in our community, other communities, and give back a little bit in a time when we don't feel great. Okay, that's enough of me being a wah-wah. Let's get excited, because before, if you've seen this before, you know that I'm gonna bring the players out soon, but not right now, because tonight, there's a special announcement. Jason, roll that footage.
What's your story? What's your sign?
Welcome to Comedysportz.
It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. Yeah, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive.
Are you warmed up and ready?
Oh my gosh. I see the excitement in the chat, and you are correct. Mark your calendars, get excited, come hang out with us. Don't worry if you aren't in Chicago, you can still hang out with us here on Twitch, but just get excited because we're excited. Snaps to our stage manager tonight, our artistic director, Jason Geis, for putting together that wonderful, beautiful package, and for Ryan Mira for accompanying me on percussion the entire way through all of this discussion leading up to the show. Okay, now that we got that exciting announcement out of the way, and hopefully everyone is now ready, I want to go see if our players are ready. And we're going to Comedysportz. Loyal fans, it's another Friday night at 7:30, and this is Comedysportz Chicago on Twitch. We've got the visitors in red, all the way from Kankakee, the Kankakee Tank-O-Bees. They might sting. Up first for the bees. She's ready to fry the opponents in this frying pan she had. It was Maureen Winston. You missed the pan, but there she is. Get ready, because on anchor for the Tank-O-Bees, it's Kat Katsik. And your fierce captain for the Kankakee Tank-O-Bees. She's studying her playbook as we speak. It's Carly Kohake. The Tank-O-Bees are taking on your defending champions, the hometown team in blue, the downtown Chicago Bosses. They're a fan favorite and tough to beat. Up first for the Bosses. She's ready to go. She seems chill, cool, and confident as always. It's Ashley Guerin with some organic gummy bears. Okay. On Anchor for your bosses. It's someone who's always ready, always keeping the train on the tracks with a big cup. I'm just gonna keep talking, even though this might not be what you're seeing. There is a tiny sliver of Sonderhicker. And you know what? I like the team so much, I'm gonna go back. Maureen Winston, there's that frying pan for your Kankakee Tanko bees. And again, on Anchor, because all these players deserve to be seen twice. It's Kat Gottsick. Okay, and you know what? We needed more time for the playbook, but the Tanko Bees are really going to be ready because Carly's really been reading up. It's your captain, Carly Kohei. I think this is a sign, Little fans, that we need more 6s and 7s, more virtual applause in the chat for your downtown Chicago bosses. They're once again a little bit tiny there, but this time, up first for the bosses, it's a plant. Oh, no, good. It's still Ashley Guerin. But this plant is really bringing something extra special to the bosses. Secret weapon? I don't know. Okay, get ready. Now you're gonna see this next up to bat for the bosses, Sonderhicker and his red solo cup. I'll get the blue one, buddy. And your captain for the first time to the screen this evening for the Downtown Chicago bosses, it's Kelsey Myers. Fans, 6s and 7s for the man with the whistle looking good in the stripes. It's your referee tonight, Simon Collier. Oh yeah, we did it.
Oh man, me, the man with the whistle. That's what they always say about me.
Everybody's waiting for the man with the whistle, because Comedysportz is here again. Christmas song.
What up? Yeah, I don't know how that song goes beyond that point, but thank you. What a beautiful and incredibly thorough introduction. You didn't want to make sure anyone.
Twice?
Yeah, why not? So nice. We needed it twice. Heather, how's it going?
Hey, it's going so well, Simon. Thank you for asking. I'm just really delighted to be here.
Yeah, it's a great night. It's a wonderful time. I saw some polar bears today at the zoo.
Polar bears were my college mascot. It's really weird.
That's fun. Yeah.
So many polar bears in northern Ohio.
Too many. That's where Lost was filmed, turns out. So that makes a lot of sense. But you went through, again, all the players, multiple times, all the rules, all the exciting announcements. But we do need to mention, because you hinted at it, you laid it out there, the technical foul is one thing we just want to address, because as of this moment, we're here on the internet for you, and things can happen, and so many of them are within our control. Like, I almost couldn't unmute myself, and that would have been a technical foul on my dang self. But also the internet, Comcast could be like, peace out, not feeling it today. That would also be
more like they definitely do that fairly often.
Yeah. That's incredibly true. So we're just bracing ourselves for that, and I'll be ruthless as always. So just don't you tempt me, Comcast, because I'm itching for a fight. So that being said, let us get our captains to the screen. What's up, captains?
Hi.
Ooh, yeah, that was exciting. You know what? I want you to. This is my new favorite thing because I got it from Kat Gottsick, who is great. We'll see how much.
I think she's pretty much the best.
Yeah, are we gonna talk about how much we love Kat? Because I could do that all day.
Yeah, baby. And if she's on one of the teams, I guess that team should win, huh?
No.
We'll see. Oh, yeah.
It's over.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, baby.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. No, so Cats likes to start the matches by doing a back and forth kind of name things competition style coin toss. And since I did go to the zoo today, I would like you to battle back and forth naming awesome zoo animals.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess that's a little too easy. We'll see. Anyhow, so Kelsey, you are the defending champion, so we'll start with you and go.
this is little emperor penguins.
Mm-hmm.
Ocelots.
Just those big.
Oh no.
Snow
Womp
leopard.
womp womp
Let me call
womp.
Comcast because I think that one's on them.
Yeah, that is. Oh boy, that's unfortunate. We got a technical foul right out the gate.
Oh,
That's sad. I hate to do it. I said I was ruthless. I'm a ruthless person. It's a -1. That's a -1 point.
the scoring update: -1-0 in favor of the Tanko Bees. Is she back
Yeah.
or just frozen a different way?
I think just frozen a different way.
You know what?
Well,
Can I name
unprecedented.
a few others just to like round this out?
I'd love you to do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Giraffes,
Great.
flamingos,
Uh-huh.
peacocks,
Oh yeah.
cockatoos. Can't
Uh-huh.
forget the ants in the ant farm.
Oh.
Bats, tigers, lions, polar bears, and
Oh. Hey y'all, we're taking a little time out.
Yeah.
Can you listen to that?
Bring that bop back.
Oh, what's that? Third time's a charm, it's coming. Rule of threes. I can't go Tanko Bees. Up first, it is. Oh, this time it's Cat Got Sick. Boop, 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 boop. On anchor for the Tanko Bees. I don't know what it's gonna happen. I hope it's the frying pan. But it is. Surprise! It's this graphic inside of this graphic. Graphic. That's hope for the red team, those cool graphics. The captain of the Tanko Bees is this frying pan. Oh, goody. The bosses. Hometown team in blue from downtown Chicago.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Yes. And we're back. I'm hoping. Golly. Okay. Well, let's get those captains back up here. Hey, Kelsey. How you doing?
You know what, Ref Simon, I often get confused for Kelsey and Kelsey gets confused for me, so for the purposes of this, may I be both of us?
Are you sure?
No!
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello,
Executive decision.
Collier.
I think. Yeah.
Down,
Putting your feet. I'm with a group called Dunder Mifflin, and
Up first for the Tanko Bees, it's
Everybody. Okay. I'm gonna. You know what? Okay. Carly, pick a game.
I would like to play because this is going wonky. I can do better.
Okay. Kelsey, yeah?
hello, can you hear me?
I'm going to take that as a positive. We accept. We will start with 2 members of the Bees and 1 boss. Because this game, we're doing this. We're crushing it already. So, in the game of I Can Do Better, this is a timed game. I'll time it because I'm in control, clearly. And
I'm not.
When are any of us? Existential dread plagues me constantly. So, anyhow, when the players are on screen, they're doing a scene, they're having a great time, but someone on the sidelines could disagree with some choices they're making, and they could shout, I can do better. Like that, just like that, a chorus erupts. Now, I'll hear their challenge of what they believe they can do better, and if I accept, they will take the place in the scene. So let's get, please, in the chat, let's get a suggestion of just like your favorite comfort food. I've recently fallen back in love with Nutter Butters.
Ooh.
Yeah. Those things are great. Okay. Oh, getting some good things in
Or
the
those,
old
like,
chat.
Little Debbie or Hostess things that come in like a 2-pack.
Oh, Nutty Buddy.
Ho-hos.
Oh, there's a lot. I feel like Little Debbie's all come in 2-packs. You know?
And the ones that don't are so worth it, like oatmeal cream pie. Hars has some ho-hos.
Wow.
That is...
Leave it to Hars. Okay. You know what? I like the simplicity of a club cracker. Club crackers are your suggestion for this game of I Can Do Better. Players, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Go.
All right, Triscuits, it's time to take our solemn oath.
I'm ready.
Challenge, or I can do better.
Oh, bold, yes.
I can be more ready than Cat.
Oh, God, okay.
I'm ready for these crackers. Bring it on, baby.
Salty am I, and I'm here to stay.
All right, I solemnly swear.
I can do better.
Okay, yes, Kat.
I can be a better cartoon child than Ashley.
Ooh, please.
All right, let's have that oath, okay?
All right, I solemnly swear.
Solemnly swear.
In case you forgot, I just want to let you know that I'm very ready for this. Okay, please continue.
I have not.
I can do
forgotten
better.
that.
Oh, yes, Hars.
Yeah, I can move this legal procedure along better than Maureen can.
Oh, I'd be interested to see it.
By all means.
Yes. All right, attention. All right,
Okay.
put your hand up. Repeat after me. Do you swear?
Yeah.
You swear?
You're in. Okay, so now you're part of the club.
Okay, well, I'm very ready to be a part of the club in case
I
anybody...
can do better.
Yes, Carly.
I can make more hand motions than Hars ever could.
Oh, boy.
That's a bold claim, please.
Here we are in this club right here around this mountaintop.
I can do better.
Yes, Ashley.
I can follow Carly's lead better than Kat can.
Ooh, yeah, go
But
for
I'm
it.
gonna let you.
And it's right here that we take a blood oath and mash our
I can do better.
Oh.
Maureen.
I can see what my face would look like with a facelift better than Kelsey.
Yeah. Go for it.
mash our DNA together in this legally binding contract.
I can do better!
Wow, yeah.
I could be a lot, like, creepier than Carly's being.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna take our blood and mash it.
I can do better.
Yes, Hars.
I can eat this ho-ho while Carly acts really creepy.
Did you just
I'm
call me
going-
Carly?
She's not here.
Yeah, Carly's not in the scene at the
Oh,
moment, so
No.
I'm going to reject that one.
So eat this ho-ho.
Okay, enjoy.
Okay,
have
the blood will bind us together as one.
Tried.
I can do
Didn't-
better. I can be more biologically correct than Kelsey.
Yes, important. Also, 20 seconds left.
The blood will not bind us together, but will be a spiritual link between the two.
I could do better.
Yes, Carly.
I can do off-Broadway jazz hands better than Ashley can.
Okay, yeah.
And so,
Wait, I can do better.
Wow, yes.
I could do cooler hand finger tricks than Cat.
Okay.
Yay,
10 seconds.
There's
Triscuit should have more iron.
Look at the wiggle.
I can do better.
You see my
Yes.
thumb?
I can Zoolander Vogue better than Maureen.
Important, yeah.
And my thumb is gone. We're just kidding. Ah!
5.
I can do better.
Ooh, Cat first.
I would just like to point out that Zoolandering and voguing are two totally different things from two totally
Thank
different
you.
decades.
I can do both.
I agree with you, but that wasn't a challenge.
I can do one, then the other. All right, never
Oh.
mind. I'm gonna let out
Yeah,
the surprise.
Maureen, I'll hear you next.
I can do grandpa magic tricks better than Kelsey.
Yes, please. 3.
What's
Oh,
behind your
2.
ear?
Salad,
Oh.
that's
1.
better.
Lotion?
I'm sorry, the time's done. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, Cookie, take go, please.
Up first. Oh, who won? Did you see?
There were two red players left or two blue players left? Oh, buddy, oh boy. Who was left on the screen? Be honest.
Technically, my name is now
Two
Carly,
B's.
so therefore my team won.
Technically, she's right. So.
Okay, great.
7:30 here, or the
So
9:30
the
to
scoring
7:30.
update is
Yes.
5 to -1. In
Great.
favor of the Kankakee Tank
Can
of
I-
Bees.
Hey, Ref Simon, can
What's
I
up?
just get a bonus point? Because when I said people confuse Kelsey for me, I wasn't joking around. That was 100% serious, Carly.
You're correct. That was. You can have a point.
Why can't
Also-
I get a bonus point?
Because
can-
you didn't ask, Carly.
That's true.
Kelsey?
Also, who's eating a ho-ho right now?
Yeah.
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it.
Oh, I wonder who is eating a ho-ho right
Yeah.
now.
That's your warning for the ho-ho foul. If I hear it again,
You know
if I
how
hear it
we-
again, there will be consequences.
You know how we did the opening a few times? I'd like to go back and not mention ho-hos.
Okay. Well, the warning is in place, so I will be strict. All right. Terrific. So, Tank of
it was-
Bees, you won. Carly Kohake, please join me
Yes.
on the screen.
Thank you so much, Simon Collier. I am here.
What a time we're having. Hey, what do you want to call? Because you won that last game.
Yeah, you know, like this has big 9:30 energy, but honestly, it has big 11:30 energy. If we did 11:30 shows, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
So if we could survive that long, I would like to play Scene Survivor.
Ah, yes. Please screen your team.
Make
So
it
for
screen.
go ahead and in the chat, if you could throw in something that is just totally like every day, like a thing you do every day. It's not too crazy, not too wild, like making toast or putting on your shoes, something real mild, because in a moment we are going to see a scene done by the Tank of Bees, and after about a minute and a half of that scene, Heather and I are going to deliberate and make some cuts. So we'll see how that goes in a smidge. But first, I'm going to review your suggestions. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, good. Liking all these. Taking a gander. Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. Because I love a kitten. You're going to be cleaning a litter box. Cleaning a litter box is your suggestion for this game of Scene Survivor. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
I got a scented one that smells like lavender, so buttons can be relaxed.
Alex, I know we agreed to split the duties. I can't.
You
I
You
can't.
said duties.
Alex, parents, I think I'm developing a poop phobia.
It's not a phobia. It smells bad.
Listen, kids, your mom left me in charge of you while she's gone, and I feel like I need to give you advice about the direction your sense of humor is going. All right? This is Uncle Tony's opinion only.
Lay it on me, Uncle Tony. I love getting notes from my uncles.
I just think
Uncle
maybe,
Tony, do you have some water?
there's so many things to make jokes about besides poop.
Like what?
Okay, we're gonna call that base scene there. Excellent, wonderful. There are no other things to make jokes about, so that's why I had to end it there. Now, Heather, it's up to you and I, the tribunal, to decide who survives to the next round. I'm gonna my vote.
If fans want to throw suggestions in, we might glance over there.
Yeah, like if there's someone you do want to eliminate, I won't stop you. But I think I'm voting that Cat Gotzik stays.
Yeah, I would like to see that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see anything rolling in yet. They're putting
No.
pressure on us. Okay. Eeny,
Yep.
My finger, when I pointed on my screen, landed on Carly. So Carly.
Great. Carly stays or goes?
Oh.
Big
Beautiful.
11:30 energy.
Yeah.
She's gone.
Great.
Jason
Okay.
took her away.
Terrific.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay, Maureen and Kat. So now what's going to happen is we are going to see the same exact scene one more time with only Kat and Maureen having to do all of the parts. So, go.
I got a new scent and it's lavender, so Buttons can be relaxed when he goes in there.
It's gonna be great. I think it's your duty though, right?
You said duty.
I think I'm scared of poop.
It's not a phobia. It's gross. Ew.
Kids, listen.
Ew.
It's important for you guys to get some Uncle Tony advice right now. There are other things.
I love unsolicited comedic notes from my uncle.
Okay, wonderful, excellent, wonderful. Now we have to make one more tough decision, Heather, and I feel like if there's anyone ruthless enough to make such a tough call, it's the two of us.
Jason did it for us.
Oh, great! It's Cat Gotzik. Cat Gotzik is the remaining player standing who gets to then now enact all three parts of this beautiful scene alone. Whenever you're ready, Kat, take it away.
I got something new so that Buttons can be safe in the poop in when they go. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, whose duty is it gonna be to you know? You said duty. OMG, I said duty. Poop. Hey there, kids. Your mom left me in charge. Calm down, kittens. Cause the real cat has better things to do than make poop jokes. I love getting notes from you, Uncle Tony.
And that's the scene. Beautiful. fans, keep that game in your brain, because you're going to vote on it here in just a moment, and then 5 more points could be going to anybody, truly. Anything could happen is what we're learning during this match.
Mm-hmm.
My soul's
Should we
not
do
prepared.
the opening again?
Probably. I need to reset myself. All right.
To be fair, I missed it the last time, so.
The 7:30 p.m. Untitled Chicago.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
All right. Wonderful. Hey. Oh, looks like we've got Carly on screen.
Yeah, it's me, Carly Curry.
Yeah. Good to have you here. Now,
Thank you.
your team did a great job in that last game, but what's your team going to call for this next team choice game?
Thank you so much. As a multi-talented, beautiful woman, I would like to really just give ourselves, time isn't guaranteed, so we're gonna play countdown.
That's fair. Yeah. Wonderful. Screen your other team. Now, for this game, I would like something that you're afraid of. Ooh, we're going there. We're going deep into the fears. Because again, we're gonna see a scene. We are gonna see a scene. But I'm gonna make it harder for the players as things go.
Good.
Jason in the chat said, a thing you're afraid of? The opening video.
That's incredibly fair.
Immersion
too.
therapy.
Ryan Mira
Yeah.
with the drums.
That is incredibly scary. Online dating, you're right.
Ugh.
Online dating is terrifying. So we're going to take that as our suggestion. As I mentioned, this is countdown, so your first scene is going to be about a minute long. So, keep that in mind. Online dating. Players, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got you some fudge from Mackinac Island. I thought it would be a good gift to start with.
Oh my god, I love fudge. I brought you fudge from Iceland.
You from Iceland? You didn't tell me that in our chat.
I'm surprised.
Wow. This is cold fudge.
And yours is warm like a lake breeze.
Oh, Tabby, you're like a lake breeze, so beautiful and calm.
You mean it, Joanne?
I'm here. I'm your date. I was told I was here.
Oh, was that today?
Yeah.
Tabby, no!
Take the fudge! Take it!
That's our base scene. And that was a really good scene. It was so good that I think you can do it again in about 45 seconds.
For sure.
I think you can. All right, so go.
Hey, I got you some fudge from Mackinac Island because I thought it'd be a very first fun thing.
Oh my god, I love fudge. I got you fudge from Iceland.
Iceland? Wow, it's really cold.
Yours feels like a lake warm breeze.
Tabby, you're like a lake warm breeze, so nice and calm.
Sorry. I'm your date. I got dropped in.
Today.
Take your fudge. Take it.
Wow, you guys are overachievers. That was only 36 seconds. So let's see if you can do it in what's half of that? 18? 18 seconds? I mean, I don't see why not.
Got you some fudge from Mackinac Island.
I got you fudge from Iceland.
Oh, it's so cold.
Lake warm.
You're like a lake warm bicycle.
Who ordered a pizza?
Oh, was that today?
Not me, silly.
That was 18 seconds. I think we can do it again. I think we can do it in 9. I'm confident that we can do it in 9. So let's try that.
Fudge from Mackinac Island.
Fudge from Iceland.
Wow. Oh, it's so nice and calm, Tabby.
Lake warm, wow.
The river's overflowing.
Get out of here, you No,
You know,
Fudge.
I would love to see it in 4. I would just love to see it in 4 seconds. I just think you can. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful arc. Let's try it in 4.
Mackinac.
Iceland. Wow, Lake.
Abby. Oh, is that today?
And that's the scene. I do like fudge.
I mean, me too.
Yeah.
I also like polls.
Oh, sure.
And there's a poll above the chat. You get to vote. Now is that time I talked about in the beginning when you can say if something is comedy gold and you think it deserves 5 points, now is the time to vote. So you've got that option. A reminder, the red team played Scene Survivor and the blue team just played the game of Countdown. It's really close so far, fans. Don't forget you can use your channel points. Right down there in the bottom, you'll have a little number of how many points you get just for watching our channel. You accumulate points and you can vote again and again and again. Just keep hitting the vote button.
Absolutely.
Very fair.
Which Carly did you prefer? There's 2 cats, 1 square. Because cat has a cat.
Cat's cat.
Cat's cat.
Okay, it's there's a leader right now. And if you want to change that, fans, no, it's done. It's over. The poll has ended, and with 63% of the votes, the Kankakee Tankabees take 5 more points.
Wow.
For 11 to -1 in favor of the bees.
So that means I got those points.
No. Captain Carly did.
Well,
and I have a lot of debt to prove that I am Carly.
I literally have -1.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Boss's Carly is in more debt at the moment, but that's besides the point. There's still a lot of points for any Carly to achieve. So now we need to decide in our next head-to-head round, what are we going to play? What would you like to play, Blue Carly?
Thank you so much. Life is like a box of fudge. You never know what you're going to get.
Fair.
So we would like to play blind virtual background.
Perfect. Excellent. Everybody on screen. So what's about to happen is, thanks to lots of suggestions you've been giving all night long, we now have selected some tasty tidbits, or well, Jason has, and everyone's going to turn around. You can all turn around. Get your little, only want to see backs. Everybody turn around. And Jason's going to put something on the screen, and then I'm going to call on the players, and they're going to have to look at that picture, make up a joke on the spot. It's exciting. And then keep in mind the jokes you like best, because you'll vote on them here in a moment. So go ahead, Jason, put the first thing on screen, please. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. All right, players, turn around. Okay, and we will begin with Kat.
It's not you, it's me, Mantis Shrimp. Our affair just went up in lights.
Very, very true. Ashley.
185 beautiful bugs walk into a bar, and the bartender said, "Hey, no way, Jose, we are closed." And he goes, "Oh, but come on, my eyes are wide open."
What? Yeah. Carly Coig.
Yes. 185 rainbow shrimp walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "I'm so sorry, guys, we are closed." And the rainbow shrimp are like, whoa. What do you mean? Your door's unlocked. It's noon. And the bartender says, oh, it's reserved for Roy G. Biv.
Oh. I don't think I know what this thing on the screen is, so we're all gonna turn around and replace it with something. Sorry.
I think it is a mantis shrimp, but I only know that from playing Animal Crossing.
Oh, well, it's a little scary, to be honest. Oh. All right. Great. Love this. All right, everybody turn back around. Soak it in. Soak it in. Maureen.
185 people walk into a bar and the bartender's like, sorry, we're closed. And they're like, no, sorry, you're clothes.
Oh, ours.
Ooh, 185 people dressed in camouflage walk into a bar and the bartender never saw them, so they all got drinks.
Fair enough. Carly Myers.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of a joke. I just can't see anything. I don't can't see a picture. Come on, everybody.
Ashley.
I mixed a small movie with a tall person.
What'd you get?
Short.
Cat.
It's not you, it's me magazine, and I would love to, but I'm seeing other people.
Ooh. All right. Turn around. All right. Turn back around. Let's sink in. Carly.
Which one?
You.
No. I'm so sorry. It's not you. It's me. I thought that your knees turned the same direction, and it turns out they don't.
Maureen.
Oh, my nose! Now I'll never be able to do the jerk.
Other Carly.
Yeah, so I mixed animation with a beloved children's band.
What'd you get?
The Wiggles.
Ours.
Oh, actually, this is a live illustration of the red team, the Kankabees, taking on the bosses, and the Kankabees are just kicking our little old butts.
Aww.
Too real. Turn around.
Fair point. Fair point.
Ooh, wonderful. Turn around.
Ooh.
Cat.
You know, it's not you, it's me, cafeteria worker. I want to be with you, but hold on. You know what? Give me 15 seconds.
Oh.
Oh.
Carly. Oh.
Oh.
Which one?
You.
Okay.
Oh, chaos.
Hey. Did you hear about the one about Jimmy the Chips?
No.
He went swimming with his partner, Fish.
We're gonna call it there. We'll just never get to hear any of those toilet aquarium jokes, I guess.
That toilet aquarium reminded me of in a Goofy movie. There's a scene where there's a waterbed that has fish in it. And growing up, I always wished I had a waterbed that had fish in it. Anyway, you can vote again.
You can.
Yeah. There's the cool voting music. 5 more points are on the line. These are very important points as we go into our next round. And also, the Kankabees are in a major lead right now.
They are.
Who do you think survived that burn box style hard joke game the best? 5 points go to them. And don't forget to use your channel points to influence this vote. Right now, we have someone with a slight lead.
It's very slight.
Very slight. It's going back and forth 50-50 here. You're gonna have to let it run all the way down. This is tight.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't think I could do a waterbed.
Yeah, I didn't want one. I just thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the poll has ended. Shout out to Allie Does Improv for contributing 200 channel points with 52%. Squeaking it out. The downtown Chicago buses are on the board.
Wow.
Well,
What
they're
an
in
honor.
the positive on the board.
You know what? I
4-11.
think Allie Does Improv got Kelsey and I confused, and she meant to give them to me.
Well, that's why you have 11, so we could just switch like 11 for us and 4 for you. I think that'd be perfect.
Oh, no.
I don't think that's how it works.
Okay.
But I like
Thought I'd ask.
the idea. Now, it's okay. There's still a lot of points to be made up. There's 40 points still on the table, okay? So either Carly could win still. Now,
Rooting for all Carlys tonight.
yeah. 100% Carly's. So, we do need to play 6 things now. So, bosses, Carly, or Kelsey, I guess you took off your sign. Who are you going to send out for the game of 6 things?
Honestly, I need a minute. This is really chaotic, so I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. That's fair. And Carly Kohake?
Yes, thank you. We're gonna send the best 6 things guesser at all Comedy Sports, Cat Goatseek.
Perfect.
I'm gonna
All
come back
right.
with the cafeteria trade joke.
Yeah. So, what's about to happen is this is a guessing game. It is the hardest game we have, and it was going to require a whole bunch of suggestions. So, to make our lives a little easier, if you could go ahead and just start throwing in a bunch of suggestions that we'll use for our first 4 activities. Things like celebrities, cartoon characters, celebrity chefs. You could also throw in, I don't know, like places you want to go, fictional, real. You could also just throw in random old things, nouns. We love them, we like them. Yeah, so just throw in a bunch of those things. So now, as I mentioned, guessing game. There are 6 activities, and then we're gonna mess with them a little. Our first activity appears to be telling ghost stories.
Oh,
Spooky.
No. Simon, they're in a different order.
Okay.
One is making s'mores.
You're right. I didn't look at the whole picture.
Yeah.
Terrific. Well,
I put them in a different order. than
no,
what
you're
I-
wonderful. I should use my
I'm
noodle.
surprised anybody can read my handwriting.
You're great. I'm not. So making s'mores is a delicious activity, and we are going to look at some of the things you threw in here.
So many good things.
Yeah, so many good things. Ooh, okay. Great. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna save that for later because that is probably more of a 5 and 6 thing. But so. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So your marshmallow for your s'more is a birthday card, and your like the fire that you're melting it on is a nose ring. So as you can see, we're taking the regular components and we're spicing them up with some wacky components. Heather, if you could get number 2, please.
Absolutely. Okay, so we are swatting mosquitoes. Your mosquito is Harley Quinn, and your hand is root beer.
Delicious. Now, our third activity here, and I should mention, activities 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all worth 5 points apiece. So that's when I said, there were 40 points up for grabs. This is what I'm talking about. So our third activity here is the Rhythmic Gymnastics, which I can absolutely say. And the mat that you're gymnasticsing on is a vampire. And the outfit that you are wearing is going to be, I love it, incense. Just a good groovy time.
Ooh. Okay, number 4 is rugby. Rugby. Okay, so your rugby ball, is that what they call it? It's just a ball?
Sure.
Okay, it is a beach umbrella. And you are playing rugby in Yellowstone National Park.
Fantastic. Now, again, those were all worth 5 points apiece. 5 and 6 are a little bit harder, so those are going to be worth 10 points apiece. And so our fifth activity here is whittling. Whittling. Your wood that you're whittling is going to be. I'm gonna take headphones because the other thing is gonna be hard. So your wood is headphones. You're whittling with Julia Child.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I like that one. That was a good suggestion.
All right. Ooh, spooky. Activity number 6, another difficult one. We are telling ghost stories. So your campfire is Pepto-Bismol.
Mm.
And let's say the ghost in the ghost story is, how difficult? Pepto's kind of tricky. The ghost is, some of these are so tricky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, I'm taking this. This is, it's Rydell High from the musical Grease.
Goodness. Really making them work for the points in this game.
Yep.
Now, those are all great suggestions. Thank you so much, fans. Now, what's about to happen? Heather is going to get our guessers back in here.
I am.
And they are going to have to guess the activities as well as the replacements. There's going to be a minute and a half on the clock for each thing. And if the player doesn't get it in their allotted 90 seconds, then the other team has the opportunity to steal. So someone could get all 40 points, hypothetically. It could happen. Now, it would be too easy if they could just give regular old clues. They can only do that using mime and gibberish, a completely made-up language like oops-a-doop-a-doo, but more elaborate than that. So it's going to be great. It's going to be tough, but I think our players are up to the challenge. Wonderful. And they are both back, which I love to see. So that being said, bosses, you are going to have activities 1, 3, and 5. Bees, you got 2, 4, and 6. So that means Kelsey and the bosses, you are up first for this inaugural activity. Minute and a half is on the clock. Players, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go.
Oh, Jabba. Oh, Jabba Dabba. Oh, Shinama, Saraba, Shidababa. Oh, Shada. Skikabadaba. Shidaba, Shipsa. Oh, Sa. Oh, Sa. Oh, Shadaba. Oh, Za. Ah, Za. Oh. Yum. Oh, Zaza, Subata, Zaza, Shida Baba. Yeah, Shida, Jadaba, Shida Papa, Shida Papa.
Esquibata, Scuba, Skisko.
哦下巴，是的吧？哦是的，是的啊，是的啊，是的吧？啪被看到吧，下巴，哦是的吧？是的吧？哦是的吧？是的吧？是吧？是的吧？是的吧？哦是吧的吧？啊啊，是的吧的吧？下巴比卡不就是下巴？
30 seconds.
Okay, Kelsey, what are you doing?
20
I'm making a delicious s'more!
Mmm.
And then the marshmallow is made out of none other than a beautiful birthday card.
Wow.
The fire from the campfire is my nose ring.
Wonderful. 5 points right off the bat with plenty of time to spare.
5 points
You'll-
to the bosses, and it looks like that score did get switched. So the bosses have 16 and the tank of bees have 4. I didn't do it, but that's what it says.
What's reality? I don't know. Wonderful. So that
Simon, somebody has stolen my identity.
I have a real official ID right here.
Why,
That's
You're right.
why are we rewarding that?
You know, I
Just
would
play the opening
implore
video.
I would employ our stage manager to return the points to their official state, which I believe would be 9 to 11. But you know, what do I know? Anyhow, we're moving on to thing number 2. In the meantime, we'll see where the dust settles. So another minute and a half is on the clock. This is for the tank of bees. Go.
One minute. 1 minute.
That's a meow. What's that?
Thirty seconds. 30 seconds.
So sadaga ba ba sadaga fwa sadaga ba but banagada sadaga brr sadaga hook asaga I got high side.
13
How much
seconds
time?
remaining. 13.
Okay. Plenty of time to clean it up.
Yeah.
I'm killing a bee. That bee is Harley Quinn, and the hand that I'm killing it with is Butterbeer.
Oh my goodness, you are incredibly close. Harley Quinn is involved. You are, but you're not quite. You're not killing a bee. I'll say that much. So you do need to clean that up slightly.
Okay.
15 seconds. Go.
Sadaga saga hua sadaga alaga saga hua sadaga gara sa kukuka gasa.
No time remains. Kat, what are you
Killing
doing?
a mosquito. The mosquito is Harley Quinn, and the hand that I'm killing it with is a drunken cheerleader.
Oh, so close. Not quite. Kelsey, you have the opportunity to steal.
All right. Well, I just want to take the opportunity to say that was a great Harley Quinn impression.
Was.
Outstanding.
Well.
So I'm killing a mosquito. And the hand is a natty ice.
Unfortunately, no. So you were killing a mosquito. The mosquito was a harlequin, and the hand itself was a root beer.
Oh.
Yeah. Close.
All right.
Close, but not quite.
We do have a scoring update. The
Great.
points have been reassigned to their original place, so the bosses have 9. Tank of Bees have the lead slightly with 11.
It's a close one, and there's still so many points left. So now we return to the bosses. Another minute and a half on the clock.
Oh, Sada Baba, Shida Baba, Shamakade Baba, Shakobora Baba, Ya, Shabatiga Baba, Shabora Kamaba, oh, Shida Ba, Shida Ba, hey, yeah, Shida, poof, Zabashida Baboba, Zabadaba Key.
So 18 seconds remaining. 18
Great.
seconds.
Kelsey, tell me what's up.
I'm ribbon dancing at the Olympics. Ah! And then the floor is Dracula, scary. And then I'm wearing just a beautifully lit candle.
No, we're gonna need you to clean up the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, well, you got this. 18 seconds.
Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up,
10 seconds. Five, no more time.
Okay, that cleared it all up, I think. Kelsey, what's happening?
All right, but I'm ribbon dancing, but in jazz, baby. Let's go. The mat I'm scatting on is vampire fangs, Dracula's fangs, and then I'm wearing incense, lit incense.
Okay, the last part was right, but unfortunately no points awarded for the rest of that. Kat, you have the opportunity to steal here.
All right, I'm doing rhythmic gymnastics. I'm wearing incense, and the mat is a vampire bat.
Oh no! No! Give it to her! A vampire and a vampire bat are two different things.
Gosh darn it!
I'm sorry. You were so close, and then you made it a bat, and then that bat is just not it. I'm so sorry. Activity 4, we're moving on. We're moving past
I
it.
want to take this opportunity to announce I might retire from Comedysportz and take up ribbon dancing, but with jazz.
Yeah. That's tune in for the 9:30, which is just that. All right, wonderful. So activity 4, we're moving on. This is our last 5-point round. It's okay. It's my fault.
Go.
90 seconds. Go.
Scada, oh, scada, foie, gada, scada, swoosh, 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 asaka, asa, fook, asa, oh, crana, sada, punica, sidaga, saka, cook, sada, foie, fook, adagadaga, asaka, gaga.
The pika sa sabe.
Asa, grass, yeah.
Scabba. Ooh, scabba. Smooshy. Ooh.
Spoosh.
Oh, chicken.
All right, 28 seconds remaining.
Perfect.
30, no, buddy, Jason, we're gonna get this. 18.
Great. Okay. Whew. Kat, what's happening?
All right, I'm throwing a football. The football is a beach umbrella, and I'm doing it at Old Faithful.
Okay. Beach umbrella, yes.
Okay.
The rest, less so.
All right.
Okay. 18 seconds. 18 seconds. We got this.
Score, 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 so go.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Kat, what's up?
All right, I'm playing rugby. I'm tossing a rugby ball. The rugby ball is a beach umbrella, and I'm doing it at Yosemite. What? No!
I've never seen Kat so upset in my whole life. Kelsey, you have the opportunity.
Oh.
Time.
I'm playing rugby. The ball is a beach umbrella. Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, you were that's the right place. Yeah.
Yellowstone. Dang it! Dang it!
Yeah. This one hurts. I'm sorry. It's okay though. It's okay. 20 points are still left because we're heading into our 10-point rounds.
Scoring
Gotta let this go.
Scoring update, but heading into that round, the bosses now have the lead, 14-11.
For the first real time tonight. All right, bosses. Okay, minute and a half. Last activity for you. Go.
Oh, shut up! Oh, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Oh, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Ah! Oh, shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Give us a baba, Tibe Baba, Escababa, and Tababa. Escababa, Escababa, Hikatata.
Oh, she the bar. Oh, she the masaba, shadaba, she the bazaba, shaba, oh, she the bar, boom, she the bar, boom, oh, shaba, she the bar, she the bar, she the bar, she the bar, she the baba, oh, she the bar, she the bar, she the bar, the boom, she the boot, she the bar, she the bar, oh, she the oh, Zabi the baba, she the bar.
30 seconds.
Well.
27.
Very curious. Kelsey, what are you doing?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. I'm whittling some wood, and the stick or piece of wood is earbuds, just some. And I'm whittling wood with Julia Childs.
Get out of town! How did you get there from? That was. No. You know what? Here, executive decision. You get 9 points because of that Julia Child impression. So you do get the points, but -1 for that. No, I'll take more if you keep doing it. All right, perfect. So we're moving on to activity 6.
Update. That was 14 plus 9, 23.
Yep.
23.
We got
11.
this.
There we go.
Yep.
All
Perfect.
right.
We got there's still chance.
Oh, yeah.
Last thing. 90 seconds. Let's go.
Letting it go.
Ooh, skada skunk, skada skunk, skada hunk da hua sadaka sadaka sak. Osquading a dadaba. Kuda suda baka.
Asaragacha. Oh. And
Asadaras. Guys.
And then
Isaba Ipasa? Isaba Ipasa Saraga.
Skada huadaga sada sadaba sadaka asaga doda 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 bada bada da 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 da. Osada agada saga agra sada bud sadaga.
Okay. Cat.
I'm getting a 30-ish.
Yeah. What's happening?
Ghost story.
Spooky.
My fire is Pepto-Bismol, and I am doing it at Greece.
Okay, you are telling ghost stories.
Greece.
The fire is indeed Pepto, but you need to clean up what you're replacing and more specific about the replacement. How many seconds, Heather?
28. But I'm
28
getting
seconds.
Lifetime.
Backstage.
28 seconds. Go.
Asarubishi, Ikasaraba, Asarobashi, Gasorado.
8 seconds remaining.
8 seconds. Tell me more.
All right, I am telling a ghost story. The fire is Pepto-Bismol, and my ghost is Olivia Newton-John.
You are replacing the ghost, but that is still not quite correct.
8 seconds.
Closer every time.
Making an enemy every moment.
Woo! Squat! Sadaga saga! Beep 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 beep! Oh! Sadaga adaga sadaga sada wadaga sadaga suda tuda tuda pa sada ba da ba da ba da ba 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 ba.
Time's done. The time is done. Just tell me what your ghost is.
Barbaros.
Solid guess. Incorrect. Kelsey, you have the opportunity to steal here.
Okay, well, I'm telling ghost stories of
Yeah.
Bismol fire.
Uh-huh.
My ghost, my spooky ghost is Rydell High School.
Stop it. Yeah. That's it. That's 10 more points to the...
Oh, wow! That 10 points brings the final score 33 for the bosses. To the 11 of the Kankakee. Tank of Bees. Cat is very disappointed.
Yeah.
Who's gonna bring us home tonight? Please give it up in the chat, loyal fans, all the 6s and 7s. Love and appreciation for your teams tonight. First up, they did not win tonight. They're very upset, but we love them. It's the Kankakee Tank of Bees. Give it up for Cat Got 6, Maureen Winston, and your captain, the real Carly Kohake. Now, keep it going for your winners tonight and still champions, the Downtown Chicago Bosses. Give it up for Har Sonderricker. Oh, get out of here. Ashley Guerin. And your captain, the fake Carly, Kelsey Myers. Give it up one more time for your amazing referee, Simon Collier. So much appreciation for our music director tonight on keys all night, Mr. Ryan Mira. On behalf of our stage manager, Jason Geis, and his wonderful opening video that we saw repeatedly, I'm your host and announcer, Heather Scholl. Stick around for the 9:30 and have a great night. Mwah.
Always lost about something. Who knows if I can find a track that could lead me back to those days when we were happy. We said we would never give up. I feel so lost and confused. Tell me why we have to hit the ground when it's easier to fly higher, Why do we have to fall back down? Hold my hand and I'll take you higher, I'll take you higher. I never meant to hurt you like I did. Now I need you to forgive me for the pain I caused you. Rain will wash away the sadness in our hearts. Lights will guide us to a place where we can start all over now. Tell me why we have to hit the ground when it's easier to fly higher, Why do we have to fall back down? Hold my hand and I'll take you higher, I'll take you higher.
Always on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah. All my friends are here. Play my favorite song right on top. Yeah. And we never stop. Music bumping, we just keep on rolling. Yeah. No, we never stop. Shake, shake, shake your honey till the morning. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Yeah, that's what I wanna see you slide, slide, slide. That's what I wanna see you shine, shine, shine. Always on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah. All my friends are here. Play my favorite song right on time. Ooh, and we never stop. Music pumping, we just keep on rolling. No, we never stop. Shake, shake, shake your honey till the morning. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide.
changing again and again. Can't stay in this dead-end relation, 'cause it's fading to gray. I feel everything inside me changes over and over again. Can't wait knowing that our love is wasted, yeah, wasted. We're running blind and we don't know why. Was it really what we had in mind? We're running wild, only losing time. Yeah, we're left here without love. We're out of time and time don't wait. We're in heaven but we lost our way. We're out of time again and again. Thought we'd make it but we lost in the end. Yeah, lost in the end. Out of time again. Yeah, we lost in the end. I know living in a line easy. I don't want it no more. I know one of us is going crazy if we don't let it go. I feel everything inside me changes all over again. Can't wait knowing that our love is tainted, yeah, tainted. We're running blind and we don't know why. Was it really what we had in mind? Running wild, only losing time. Yeah, we left here without love. We're out of time and time don't wait. We're in heaven but we lost our way. We're out of time again and again. Thought we'd make it but we lost in the end. Yeah, lost in the end. Out of time again. Yeah, we lost in the We're out of time again. Yeah, we lost in the end. Trying to get to you when you're on the low. Trying to get to you when it's on the line. Had enough, had enough, had enough. Trying to tell you that it's time to give it up. Trying to tell you that you're never gonna shine. It's enough, it's enough, it's enough. But when you're going down, falling to your knees, it's time to believe. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. No matter how it hurts, you're gonna let it bleed. No matter how you feel. Rise up, rise up, rise up. When you've had enough, when the crowd gets rough, gotta stand up straight. Gonna
Pull up in that brand new thing with the iced out chain and the new chinchilla. And you aim for the heart when you walked on the floor, you a real gal Batman killer. But you ain't never did with the boys in the band, with the bands in the box like Dilla. Love it when you heal up, will up, bring it back, come rewind. Touch to have your X-Man back on your line. But I'm a real player, never act like you're mine. Leave you disappointed, you gon' act like you're fine. And I see it all the time, so it's best I let my one dance go to the next man. Cause I ain't even gotta be your man, bet I can still leave here as the best man, yes ma'am.
Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not your baby, I might be up for a dance, I might be holding your hand, but that is all I can stand. I'm not your baby, no, you're not gonna get what you came here for. I'm leaving as soon as you ask for more. Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not your baby. What happened to us? What happened to all the love we always took for granted? Are we stranded? Is it too late? Is it too late to color feelings that have faded? Complicated. I'm waiting for an answer, waiting for a sparkle to come to ignite love. I need no second chances. I'm tired of romances without love. So where do we go when we can't find our way? I don't wanna be alone. I need you tonight and I don't wanna wait. I want you to show me the way. 'Cause I'm a satellite around you tonight. Nothing's gonna bring me down. As long as the stars in the sky, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes. It's breaking my heart, it's breaking my heart to see you acting like you don't care, like a nightmare. What happened to us? What happened to all the love we always took for granted? Are we stranded? I'm waiting for an answer, waiting for a sparkle to come to ignite love. I need no second chances. I'm tired of romances without love. So where do we go when we can't find our way? I don't wanna be alone. So what do we do when we're lost and depraved? I need you to show me the way. 'Cause I'm a satellite around you tonight. Nothing's gonna bring me down. As long as the stars in the sky, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes. 'Cause I'm a satellite around you tonight. Nothing's gonna bring me down. As long as the stars in the sky, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes, as long as the stars in your eyes. She was in love with a boy, in love with a girl, so in love with the world, so beautiful. She was in love with the night, the way the sun shines. All she needed was love to have to hold, and nobody could make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, and everybody wondered around, will she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was, live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry, just get again. 'Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever young again. Young again. She was the curious kind. To hate, she was blind. Always love on her mind. Just come what may. She couldn't quite figure out what fear's all about. So she put it aside all night, all day. And everybody talked about her. Said there must be something wrong with this girl. All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry. Just get back up again. 'Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever young again. And nobody can make her feel down. She was always smiling from ear to ear, baby. And everybody wondered and frowned. Will she ever know the feeling of tears? All she said to them was live your life just like you're young again. No, don't you cry. Just get back up again. 'Cause if you wanna laugh, then live it better. If you want love, then stay together. If you wanna smile, then be forever young Know when your body feels so tired to get out of bed. You put your heart on a letter to chase it away. Got sad and it's all because of you. Hey, what's gonna give you more time forever? Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say, it never really cares. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wonder if you still feel the way I feel. Are you sleeping with someone new? Someone new, someone. Talking about my bed as like it ever mattered. You threw it away, and now you're looking back, wishing that we got buried. Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say, did I ever really care? I don't think I did. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wonder if you still feel the way I feel. When somebody calls you out, are you sleeping with someone new? Someone new, someone. what you've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before in a movie line. We can write our own ending this time. I wanna say no, but I cannot lie. I'm so curious about your life, but you're a stranger trying to hide. What I see is not, you don't deny. I wanna see the rest of you tonight. Seven of you and only one is for real. You spin me around and you make believe. Seven of you and only me. How can I trust your personality? Seven you and only one is for real. Let me be the one that makes you feel. Seven. Always lost about something. Who knows if I can find a track that could lead me back to those days when we were happy. We said we would never give up. I feel so lost and confused. Tell me why we have to hit the ground when it's easier to fly higher, 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 higher. Why do we have to fall back down? Hold my hand and I'll take you higher, 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 higher. I'll take you higher. I never meant to hurt you like I did. Now I need you to forgive me for the pain I caused you. Rain will wash away the sadness in our hearts. Lights will guide us to a place where we can start all over now. Tell me why we have to hit the ground when it's easier to fly higher, 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 higher. Why do we have to fall back down? Hold my hand and I'll take you higher, 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 higher. I'll take you higher.
Oh, it's on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah. All my friends are here. Play my favorite song right on top. Yeah. And we never stop. Music bumping, we just keep on rolling. Yeah. No, we never stop. Shake, shake, shake your honey till the morning. Let me hear you say I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Let me hear you say I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine,
changing again and again. Can't stay in this dead-end relation, 'cause it's fading to gray. I feel everything inside me changes over and over again. Can't wait, knowing that our love is wasted, yeah, wasted. We're running blind and we don't know why. Was it really what we had in mind? We're running wild, only losing time. Yeah, we're left here without love. We're out of time, and time don't wait. We're in heaven, but we lost our way. We're out of time, again and again. Thought we'd make it, but we lost in the end. Yeah, lost in the end. Out of time again. Yeah, we lost in the end. I know living in a line easy. I don't want it no more. I know one of us is going crazy if we don't let it go. I feel everything inside me changes all over again. Can't wait, knowing that our love is tainted, yeah, tainted. We're running blind and we don't know why. Was it really what we had in mind? Running wild, only losing time. Yeah, we're left here without love. We're out of time, and time don't wait. We're in heaven, but we lost our way. We're out of time, again and again. Thought we'd make it, but we lost in the end. Yeah, lost in the end. Out of time again. Yeah, we lost in the end. We're out of time again. Yeah, we lost in the end. Trying to get to you when you're on the low. Trying to get to you when it's on the line. Had enough, had enough, had enough. Trying to tell you that it's time to give it up. Trying to tell you that you're never gonna shine. It's enough, it's enough, it's enough. But when you're going down, falling to your knees, it's time to believe. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. No matter how it hurts, you're gonna let it bleed. No matter how you feel. Rise up, rise up, rise up. When you've had enough, when the crowd gets rough, gotta stand up straight. Gonna rise You stare into my eyes and it makes you wonder, is she the one I'll take home? I stare right back at yours and it makes me wonder, why is he here all alone? I love going out to where the music's too loud and where the people surround me. Yeah, here's my best advice, just let me stay in this vibe and never think that you owe me. Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not your baby, I might be up for a dance, I might be holding your hand, but that is all I can stand. I'm not your baby, no, you're not gonna get what you came here for. I'm leaving as soon as you ask for more. Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not your baby. It's getting late, but I'm only getting started. And now they're playing my song. You look at me and think, damn, she's broken hearted. But you could not be more wrong. I love going out to where the music's too loud and where the people surround me. Yeah, here's my best advice, just let me stay in this vibe and never think that you owe me. Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes. I'm not your baby, I might be up for a dance, I might be holding your hand, but that is all I can stand. I'm not your baby, no, you're not gonna get what you came here for. I'm leaving as soon as you ask for more. Yeah, you can talk to me, boy, and you can move it up close, but that's as far as it goes.
Hello, loyal fans. Hello, burn burners. It is Friday night. It is 9:30, and you are at Comedysportz on Twitch. Let me see some 6s and 7s in that chat and some holler ups there to celebrate this Friday night at the 9:30. We've got a great match for you. Also, hey, some of this might be new for some people. I'm going to start a poll to see who's here new and who's not here new. For all the people who are, this is their first time, this is Comedysportz. This is competitive improv. We have two teams. We have a team in red. We have a team in blue. And they're going to be going up all night long for your laughter, your love, but most importantly, your points. Yes, they want points. They want to win. They want to drive that victory home for their hometown team. It is improv because everything they're going to do, every scene, every song, every game is made up completely on the spot based on your suggestions. What's a suggestion? Oh man, suggestions are easy. Our ref, myself, anybody may ask for a little suggestion like, what's your favorite color? Throw that in the chat. What's your favorite animal to go see at the zoo? Throw that in the chat. What's your favorite train? I got so many. Throw that in the chat. And we'll take those suggestions and we'll combine them into funness and games, scenes, songs, and magic. It's also sports. What does that part mean? It means we have fouls. Our most important foul is the out of bounds foul. What is that? We're on Twitch. We're Comedysportz. We're comedy for everyone. So if anything in the chat is lewd, crude, downright rude, Bed Bath or Beyond, I've developed robots just like in the Matrix, those little spider robots. They'll come in and they'll take that suggestion and zip it away, and you'll never see it again. Now, the robots give everyone one chance, unlike in the Matrix. My robots give everyone 2 chances. You do it once, they'll just take that suggestion away. They do it twice, then you may be taken away by the robots. Our players are also on that rule. They get out of bounds, that ref will blow their whistle and nail them on the out of bounds foul. So no one is very safe. Everyone, let's be real cool tonight. That's one foul. We've got a couple other fouls. We've also, the ref can make up any fouls she wants as the match goes on. So everyone's got to stay on their toes. Fouls are everywhere. You know what? Let's go back to suggestions. I needed some suggestions. It is almost the end of summer. We're packing in. We're looking to pack our shorts away and throw. What is some summer activities you wish you could have done this past summer? Throw those in the chat. Anything at all. It could have been, I wish I would have gone more camping. I wish I would have started more bonfires. I wish I would have petted more dogs. Anything like that. Give me some things you would have loved to do this summer. Now, and winter's coming. So give me those suggestions in the chat. Let's see. We got polls. We got sports. We got improv. You know what? We got a great big announcement. We got a really big announcement, loyal fans. Barn burners, this announcement's for you. Loyal fans, this announcement's for you. Jason, roll that beautiful announcement footage, please.
What's your story? What's your sign?
Welcome to Comedysportz.
It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive. We come alive. Oh, oh, oh. We come alive. Yeah. We come alive. Oh, oh, oh. We come alive.
Are you warmed up and ready?
That's right, we're loyal fans. We're back. Ho-hos for everyone. We are back, and we're coming to you live at the Den Theater. Get your tickets now for our opening night. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited to do comedy for a live audience once again. Let's do this. Awesome. So I covered everything. We got our announcement. I think the only thing I have to do is start this match. So I'm going to go run and get the players out of the room, out of the green room, and let's start Comedysportz it. Hey, players, come on. Ho-hos for everyone. Come on, players. All right, loyal fans, the match of the 9:30 Friday night. We've got a great lineup for you tonight. Leading off for the Oak Park River Forest Whitakers, we have the one, the only, Maureen Winston. The frying pan's back, baby. Oh, backing her up all night at defensive end. Jacob Schaefer. Ooh, look at that camera trick. And captain of the Whitakers, the one, the only person that could captain these two is Jesse Gomez. Yeah, clean that screen. Tonight, they're up against your hometown team, the downtown Chicago Bosses. They're dressed in blue, they're ready to go, and they are the Bosses. Leading off for the bosses. Oh, she lives right down the street from me. It's Kelsey Myers. All night long, backing up. We just did a workshop a couple days ago. It's Pat Conley. Ooh, an octopus. And Captain of the Bosses. So much fun. A captain I wish was my captain. Right now, we've got Fiona Sunflower Stevens. All right, loyal fans, throw some 6s and 7s in the chat for your referee for tonight. Full-time referee, part-time rhythm and jazz instructor, Heather Scholl. Let's comedy sports.
Yeah, I have to keep reapplying my lipstick because it keeps coming off on my whistle.
Me too.
Ref problems, am I right?
I hear ya.
Listen up, Pars. That was a great intro and an awesome announcement. That's really exciting.
I'm so excited, Heather.
Yeah, you covered so much information. I think there's only one extra thing that I need to mention right now. As the referee, you said I could make up any fouls I wanted, which
do it.
I love the power. Who doesn't love some chaotic power at 9:30 on a Friday night?
Not this guy.
There's one foul that I'm not going to make it up. It just already exists. We're online. Things can go wrong. Technical things. You know what's not going wrong is Ryan Mira on the keys.
He's so good.
He's always right.
So good. Yeah. There you go.
But the sound effect was accurate. Dun dun dun, indeed, because things can be amiss. If you watched the last match, you saw it.
Yeah.
The internet can freeze. The mute can happen, and you can forget to unmute yourself. You could just, have your computer have an explosion.
Heather, it's good. I mean, there are people out there that are just bad at computers. So I get it.
It happens, yeah. And if it happens and it detracts from play of game, I will blow my whistle and call a technical foul. Play will continue, but at the end of what's that called?
The scene, song, or game.
Yeah, but I was trying to use a sports term, and I realized that I don't actually know that many legitimate sports
Halftime.
terms. Yeah, at the end of play, end of regulation. There it is.
Regulation play. Yeah.
Regulation. At the end of regulation, I will assess the how bad that foul was, and points may be deducted from the offending team. So,
ooh.
Watch out.
I will.
Yeah, get ready for more technical sports terms from me all night long.
Me too.
Now,
go Yankees.
Yeah. Right now, to kick off this sporting event, I need captains to the playing screen. The captains are here. Captain Fiona, Captain Jesse, please shake hands. Thank you. All right. In order to determine who gets to choose the first game, it's like who gets the ball first. We need to do a
good sports term.
Thank you.
Jump ball.
Thank you. Wow. Yep. We need to do a coin toss, and I don't have any coins, so I'm going to do this. I did this last week, and it worked really well, if I do say so myself. I need you two to go into your homes and bring me back a coin. Okay. Because I don't have any. Cars, that is a large coin. What is that? Ooh. Jesse, go ahead and pick one of those out for me. Ooh, Fiona also has options. Okay, I'm going to choose one. And choose wisely. Okay, Jesse, what coin have you selected?
So I selected this penny, and it's from 2016. The last time I probably got all 5 things right.
Oh, okay. And Fiona, what do you got?
I selected this penny, which is from 1976, because it was the oldest one.
We'll see if 76 or 2016 holds up better, because for this coin toss, since I cannot flip a coin, I'm going to give you 10 seconds, and whichever one of you can flip the coin the most times in 10 seconds is going to win, and you have to be honest. All right, on your marks, get set, go.
Oh no!
Why did I pick a quarter?
Oh no!
Oh no.
8, 9, 10. Let's go for 15 seconds. And time! That is time! Jesse, nope, that last one didn't count. How many times did you flip that coin?
7, I think.
7. Fiona, how many times did you flip that coin?
I'm gonna say 5, but I dropped it twice.
All right, unfortunately, Jesse, that coin took it. So the red team, the Forrest Whitakers, get to choose.
Dang.
Good old coin toss.
Gotta work these thumbs.
What game would you like to challenge the bosses to?
Well, since I'm pretty sure the results of that game are going to be taken to court, I think it's appropriate we play Southern Lawyer.
Fiona, do you accept?
I do not object.
All right, screen the teams. They're already contesting my calls out here on the field. This is gonna get rough. We are going to a courtroom, and not just any courtroom, one in the South. It is warm, and we have some Southern lawyers on the screen. Fans in the chat, I need lots of suggestions of some nouns, persons, places, and things. Some, they can be celebrities, people that you think are interesting that you'd like to have brunch with. These can be occupations. These can be objects that you would purchase at Target or find in your junk drawer or that you use daily. And finally, locations. This can be a non-geographic location like a drugstore, or it can be a geographic location you'd like to visit. I would love these suggestions, and Hars, I want you to look at them too and look for ones that you find delightful, because we're going to need many. And you see, these suggestions are going to become the clients, and these lawyers have to defend them. And they are going to go right for the punchline with a joke, something like, if the client was a banana, the suggestion was banana, they might say, ladies and gentlemen and friends in the jury, my client, the banana, could not have committed this crime. I must appeal.
Oh!
Yeah!
Very good, very good.
So you'll see those. I'm gonna call on them, and they're gonna have to just go. They're gonna have to be ready with their defense. No time to prepare. Your first suggestion for the game of Southern Lawyer is Tractor from AWICE 272. Tractor is your suggestion for the game of Southern Lawyer. Players, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Pad.
Members of the jury, my client, the Tractor, could not possibly be guilty. And after all, we should be going with his co-defendant to combine the cases.
Kelsey.
Oh, distinguished members of the jury, my client could not do this. No, he could not have. I mean, he would not hurt a deer, John.
Jesse.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, I'd like to approach the bench. You see, my client, the Tractor, wouldn't hurt a field mouse. No, couldn't have done it. Wouldn't even hurt a caterpillar.
Maureen.
Okay, y'all, members of the jury, my client, the Tractor, couldn't have done it because at the time they were eating some chicken farm.
Oh, Fiona.
Now, distinguished guests of the jury, my client, the Tractor, simply could not have committed this crime. He's big, but he's really nice.
Okay. Your new suggestion is from Allie Does Improv, Escape Room. Escape Room is your suggestion. Jacob.
Well, esteemed members of the jury, you see my client could not have forged this escape room because the lock twisted 2 times. No, he twisted the lock 2 times to the right and 1 time to the left using the ABAB that he found underneath the vase, which he actually uncovered from opening that one door that had the hanging vines on it, which had parts of Shakespeare on it. I declare.
Pad.
Oh, my word. Distinguished members of the jury, here in this case, you have only one thing to decide. Whether my client is guilty or innocent, and you only have 58 minutes and 30 seconds left to do it.
Woo. Jesse.
Your Honor, if it pleases you, I'd like to state my case. My client, the escape room, couldn't have done it, you see. It wasn't a lone offender, it was a Groupon. A Groupon.
Okay. Hars, give me a new
Yes.
suggestion.
Oh, something that I have 3 of right now. Axe.
Axe? Oh, I'm
Axe.
scared. Axe
Yeah.
is your suggestion. Maureen.
Okay, y'all, members of the jury, there is no way my client, the axe, could have done this. And the fact that you're trying to cut him down really upsets me.
Fiona.
Now, distinguished members of the jury, my client, the axe, could not have done this. Now, was the victim whacked? Yes.
Kelsey.
Oh, distinguished members of the jury, thank you so much for meeting my client, the axe, here on a Zoom court call. Now, if you don't mind me here, I'm just gonna say my client's innocent. Now I'm gonna log off.
Jacob.
Esteemed members of this middle school jury, you see, my client could not have committed this crime because there's no possible way he could have snuck up with such a body spray.
Oh. All right, Hars, I need you to choose another one for us. And fans, I hope you've been paying attention because you're going to have to vote at the end of this game.
Oh, Heather, the next thing, something that I lived in for a little while, a shed.
A shed. All right.
Yes.
You may keep your axes there. A shed. Pad.
Oh, members of the jury, I'm so sorry I'm late. I missed my bus and I had to take a cab in to defend my client.
Oh. Jesse.
Your Honor, my client, the shed, couldn't have committed the crime. See, they have an airtight alibi. They were at Home Depot.
Fiona.
Now, members of the jury, my client, the shed, simply could not have committed this crime. And frankly, the fact that they are being charged is fishy.
Maureen.
Okay, y'all, members of the jury, my client, the shed, could not have done this, and I don't want to hear any more.
It's time. Yeah. Oh man, Harsh, you got a poll going?
I do have a poll going. We have got 5 points to give, but only one of those teams can get the 5 points to win the first match or to win the first round of this sports comedy show.
Sports terminology. We've got it all night long.
This is the first quarter, half.
Yeah, and got to get points up on that scoreboard.
Right, yeah.
We don't have like one of those jumbotrons where we can put like pictures of our loyal fans at home and like a kiss cam for couples who are together. Like,
You know what,
that'd
Heather?
be too much.
If people come to our new space at the Den Theater, they may be able to see our large screen projectors that we're gonna have.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that will have scoreboards, that'll have advertising, and maybe even a kiss cam so
Can you
people
get-
can kiss.
Can you get nachos in a hat?
You can get nachos in a headband.
The poll is done.
The poll is done.
Well, what does it say?
Oh, the winner. You know what? I can't. My screens are covered.
Okay,
I really
I'll tell
can't
you.
see it.
I'll tell everybody. The blue team took it with 56% of the vote, and that is a score of 5-0 in favor of the bosses.
I love it. Thank you, Heather. 5-0.
There it is. So with that early lead, we've got Captain Fiona on the screen. How does it feel to be winning?
It feels fantastic, but you know what? We've trained for years for this, so we're ready. We're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to train really long and hard to be a pro athlete, so I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Well, with this power comes great responsibility. You have to choose your first team choice around a game. What do you want to play?
Listen, we really liked taking on the serious job of being a lawyer, so we're going to do something really serious and grounded and play the game of Hey Morty.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Screen your team.
Thank you.
Okay, for the game of Hey Morty, I need a suggestion, fans. I would like an adjective and a serious noun. So a noun like serious, like a castle, or something dramatic for a noun, and then the adjective to describe something. Yes, you know vocabulary and grammar. For the game of Hey Morty, our actors are going to be doing a grounded, serious scene. But at any point, if they say a word that sounds interesting to me, I'll blow my whistle and say that word, and then the player has to deliver a vaudevillian-style joke in the form of, "Hey Morty, did you hear about that word?" We've got some great suggestions coming in here. These are delightful. I want to mix some of these things together. Boop, 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 boop. I'm going to choose part of two different people's suggestions. So the suggestion for this scene is light-hearted mermaid. Light-hearted mermaid is your suggestion for the game of Hey Morty. Bosses, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Beauticia, I see that you have perfected the 5-strand braid.
Why, yes, I have, Adelaide. And if you'd like me to braid your hair, all I need is 4 seashells.
Seashells.
Hey, Morty! Did you know what about seashells?
No,
Morty! We didn't hear the one about seashells.
Oh, well, get ready. It's a little salty.
But 4 seashells is all I have to feed my family. My poor mer babies will starve if we don't have the shells.
Well, I guess you've got a very big decision to make, Adelaide.
Well, I suppose I should consult my greatest friend, Mr. Pelican.
What?
What do you think I should do with my money?
Money?
Hey, Morty! Did you hear the one about money?
No, Morty! We didn't hear the one about the money.
It went to an ATM, and now it's cashing!
Well, I might just be an innocent pelican out here in the middle of the ocean, but I would say shrewd investing.
Investing!
Hey, Morty! Did you hear the one about investing?
No, Morty! We didn't hear the one about investing!
It's not great. It's just like 401k. But I am just a bird.
Well, you're not just a bird if you've got money.
Oh, Mr. Pelican, I know you sure have a stock of seashells. You're the richest bird in this bay.
It's true. I do have a lot of shells. I keep them all in my bill.
Bill!
Hey, Morty! Did you hear the one about the bill?
No, Morty! We didn't hear the one about the bill!
Oh, it's in another browser window. You'll have to tab. But I don't feel defined by my wealth.
Well, I'm mighty fine of it. Wouldn't you want to help my business?
Business?
About business?
Marty! We didn't hear one about business!
It's a good one. It's a long one. Go pack a suitcase.
That's the game!
Oh, boy.
Ha cha 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 cha. It's warming up in here.
Oh, it is.
Fans, I need you to keep that game locked away in your brain because we're going to have another vote later. But right now, Captain Jesse, welcome to the screen. How's it going?
It's great to be here, Ref Heather. Thanks for asking.
Oh, yes. Okay. You're welcome. That was delightful. You're not winning right now, but you have the opportunity to get some points. You have to pick a game to challenge that game of Hey Morty. What's it gonna be?
That's right. We're not winning. We feel pretty good about this game. It's called Stunt Double. I'm already out of breath.
Okay, Stunt Double. I need you to bring your team to the screen. For the game of Stunt Double, fans in the chat, more suggestions, please. I would like, they're already out of breath. I would like a suggestion of a social gathering, a reason that you might, all get together with your pals, like a birthday party. That would be great. For the game of Stunt Double, as you saw, Jesse and Maureen are a little bit winded. They've had a tough workout, especially in that first game of Southern Lawyer, because that was a tough one. It was warm. They are going to need a stunt double for this very active scene that they're going to do. So at any point when the scene comes up to something dangerous or hazardous or requires some special skills, they will say, stunt double! And Jacob Schaefer will have to jump in and complete that part of the scene, that stunt, that dangerous activity, that special skill. He's trained in quarterstaff, sword work, fencing, tumbling, pyro, all the stunts, you know it. The bar is really high. All right, we've got some great suggestions here. Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay, so your suggestion for the game of Stunt Double is engagement party. Dun dun dun. For the game of Stunt Double, Oak Park River Forest Whitakers, are you ready?
Yes! Dana, why'd you drag me here? I don't know anyone at this party.
Because Monica makes the best punch, and it's the only reason to be here. We've got to find it.
All right, cool. Okay, we'll look for the punch. Is there like a snack table or something?
I just got here with you. We're gonna have to scope the area.
Okay, all right. Take the east wing. I'm
gonna crawl on my belly.
Okay.
Stunt double.
Come on, Monica. Be careful. Holy mo! That was nuts, dude!
I didn't find the punch, but I did find bacon wrapped dates.
Dude, hook me up, Dana Monica. Come on.
Here.
Toss me one.
Stunt double.
Oh, those look delicious.
It's good.
Whoa, dude, are you okay?
Oh man, I'm great. I thought I sprained something, but I'm a pro.
Your face totally smashed into the drywall. Oh man. We gotta patch. No, we gotta patch the drywall. Hold on, let me tuck and roll and then spackle that thing. Stunt double.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
You're almost there.
Let me get the spackle. Whoa.
Here.
Draw.
Looks just like new.
Spackle.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
so glad I brought it with. That came in handy.
Yeah, we never leave home without it for any party.
Do you hear a ruckus outside? What is going on out there? It sounds like someone. Is someone? Oh, we should go intervene.
We should. It's our duty. Stunt double.
Stunt double for both of us. Holy moly! Brad's father-in-law just threw a punch at him.
Oh no!
Whoa! No! Oh my god! Is that an engagement ring? Oh, that shouldn't go there.
Whoa!
They're wasting all the punch.
Oh! Ding!
Okay. Whoa! She said yes.
That's the game. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting or prepared for that. I have to give a bonus point to the red team for Jacob's technical achievement.
That was the best computer I'd seen in a long time.
That was some really intense computering. But
Yeah.
there's a poll right here for.
There's a poll going up already, yeah.
Yeah. Ours has got
It
the
looks like the red team is way ahead. The Oak Park River Forest Whitakers. That is a lot of words for me to say in a row. They are winning. They are way in lead of this poll. Our downtown Chicago bosses may be able to eke out a win, but I'm not sure. Heather?
It's a tough game to beat. When you see someone coming to the soccer pitch with that surprise skill, and look at that. I just don't know how to use my.
And the results are in. It looks like the red team took it. 5 more points for the red team, bringing their score 6-5.
All right, still a tight match. Wow. Captains, how are you feeling after that first round?
Listen, we brought vaudeville to a computer fight, and that was tough. That was tough.
How could you know?
Oh gosh, it's hard.
I don't know what's happening, but things have changed. My whole outlook is just changed right now. I'm so excited.
All right. Well, Jesse, since you're feeling so confident and excited now that you're in the lead, I give you the opportunity to choose this head-to-head for this next round. What do you want to challenge Fiona to?
Oh gosh, I think the only thing left to do here is instruction manual.
All right, Fiona, do you accept this challenge?
I accept, and I will excel.
Okay. I need all the players to scream. That's right. Fans, the only thing left to do is instruction manual. We got to take it back to basics, and sometimes you just need to read the instructions. In the chat, can I please get suggestions of things that you don't need an instruction manual for, like brushing your teeth or mowing the lawn, or maybe some people do need an instruction manual for that, but an everyday activity or something that you think is pretty easy. So what we're going to see now is the two teams are going to tell us how to do this thing. They're going to be reading an instruction manual, and how it's going to work is I'm going to call on them. They're going to have a number. I'm going to call their number, and they're going to recite or read from the instructions. I will call a new number, and that next player will have to pick up exactly where the previous player left off. They'll have to finish their sentence or state the new sentence so that it makes sense and continue on. If they say something that doesn't make any sense, if they fail to complete the previous sentence, if what they're saying doesn't match up with the things that have already been said, if it's contradicting, anything at all like that, or if I don't like it anymore, I can blow my whistle and that player will have to leave the screen. The team with the last player left standing is going to win 5 big points and solidify the lead. Okay, we've got some great suggestions here. Let me give you all an order, well, not an order, but a number, and I'm going to call on your numbers. So I'll go with what's on my screen right now. Fiona, 1, Jesse, 2, Maureen, 3, Kelsey, 4, Pad, 5, Jacob, 6. Perfect. Thank you for holding the numbers up so I know what I'm doing. Yep, these are good. These are good. Ooh, I would need an instruction manual for that. See, Morty, cutting my oh boy. Okay.
That's hey, Morty.
Yeah. This is instruction manual for making pancakes. Pancakes, how to. Also, while we're at it, we're going to start at the beginning of the instruction manual, but in the chat, can I please get some suggestions of chapters that you think you might find in the instruction manual for making pancakes? Give me some chapters that you think or that you would like to see in this instruction manual, and I might come back to those later. We're going to start, though, at the beginning of the instruction manual for making pancakes for the game of instruction manual. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Maureen, 3.
Congratulations on your purchase of the Flapjack of all trades. We hope that you find it most enlightening and delicious. Now, if you wake up and you are hungry, what should you eat? Answer, pancakes.
4.
Because pancakes are America's way of saying, I love you, I love me, let's eat some pancakes, baby.
6.
Because there's no better way to start than a flapjack of all trades. Turn page. Okay.
1.
Now that we've covered that breakfast and pancakes are the most important meal of the day, it's time to cover what exactly is a pancake. A pancake is any flat object that fills your heart with joy.
5.
Such as a frisbee or a very short gerbil. Any of those things can fill your heart with joy. But in our case, you also need flour, sugar, water, buttermilk, and egg.
2.
Don't forget cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg, and anything else that strikes your fancy, because here at Flapjacks of All Trades, powered by Amazon, we just got acquired just now, you can do anything.
This book has been published and printed. I don't know that they had that addendum, that it didn't make sense. I'm sorry, Jesse. I have to leave the screen. Just picturing a book where someone scribbled in, we just got acquired. Okay, we've got some suggestions here. So, okay, so we're going to skip to a chapter. Thank you, Missy Sue 123. This chapter is safety, because you got to be safe while you're making pancakes. Chapter on safety. 4.
So with your safety goggles and your protected shield in front of you, you'll want to start mixing all those ingredients in a bowl together as vigorous and vigorous as you can to make sure the consistency is nice and smooth.
3.
1 and 2 is put your fingers in it and just see, is it grainy? Stir some more. Is it smooth? Pour it into the flapjack of all trades so that it can start heating it up and getting it nice and crispy and soft.
You just have to remember that the texture has to be right, or the flapjack of all trades will get angry, and that's not safe.
6.
You have
To make sure that you have your Amazon Alexa connected to your flapjack of all trades. That's right, there's no
way that you could possibly miss pancakes. In the morning, simply wake up and say, Alexa, flapjack of all trades, please, but not in a harsh tone because Alexa is vengeful.
6.
Oh, that's right. A warning comes along with that. You better be in a real good mood when you talk to our Flapjack of All Trades Alexa Connection app, because otherwise, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
5.
You will find yourself in a big heap of trouble, namely up to your waist in hot pancake batter.
4.
Seriously, if you're going to cook flapjacks, please run Alexa.
That didn't quite make sense. There is seriously, I don't know, the sentence didn't connect. I gotta call it, Kelsey. Please leave the screen.
We'll never forget you.
Thank you, Alexa. Get my revenge.
It's tough. I hope that everyone's Alexas are going off right now.
Mine keeps going off.
Seriously.
Okay. So this next, I'd love to see this, Amanda Brack. This chapter is however you choose to interpret it, players. Helpful diagrams. Helpful diagrams. Here we go. 1.
Sometimes words aren't enough, so we've included a detailed hand-drawn picture of the flapjack of all trades.
3.
If you
Look carefully, you can see all the associated parts. Here's an illustrated screw. Here's an illustrated bolt. Here is just a drawing of a stick figure using all of these things.
6.
Now we've...
Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Never mind. 5.
With some additional assembly needed. You'll also see figure 2. Oblong circle, rectangle, triangle, little flames, a washing machine with a line through it.
6.
Uh-oh, the cord was in water, which we drew, so not completely unexpected, but maybe to be avoided.
Anyway, we've also included a diagram of how happy everyone in your house will be if you get this right. Conversely,
those don't look like happy people. Sorry, but Jacob has to leave the screen.
Good call, Ref. Good call, Ref.
Oh, there they go. Okay, your next chapter. Let's see here. Wow. Okay, from Jane Needs Coffee. This chapter is called Flippin' Physics and You. Flippin' Physics and You. It gets personal here. Here we go. 1.
now that you've discovered how to keep your flapjack of all trades happy,
3.
discover
how to make sure you cook both sides of the pancake. And the answer is gravity.
5.
You're gonna want to be as close as you can to some...
You repeated the "you're gonna." I'm so sorry, Pat. You have to leave the screen.
I will remember you.
We are down to our final two players and 5 points on the line. This is where it gets really tough. Okay, final chapter. This makes sense. Questions and complaints. What are some FAQs? Questions and complaints. Here we go for 5 points. 3.
What if I want waffles? Well, tough. This makes pancakes. It's in the name. It's a flapjack of all
trades. Get it together, Susan. Now, what if I have already addressed the flapjack of all trades in a slightly irritated tone? Oh my, may people have mercy on your soul.
3.
Because it is
really hard out there. Okay, we are doing our best here. Now, here's another question. What if my Alexa has sought her revenge and now my house is covered in batter?
1.
Dip yourself as far into the batter as you can as a camouflage. Alexa cannot find you if she cannot see you.
3.
And if Alexa doesn't have anyone to give her instructions, she will find a new family and you are off the hook.
1.
So
sure that any neighbors.
Maureen said meh, and the sentence didn't complete.
That's how I say it.
No, I don't know if Alexa would agree, but we'll ask her later. That goes to the red team. Oh, wow. Those are some stressful instructions, and I'm a little afraid to make pancakes now.
Yeah.
And I definitely am glad that I have a Google Home and not an Alexa.
Yeah. I have some bad news for everyone out there.
What?
I don't have any more ho-hos left.
Oh. Well, you can use that instruction manual to make yourself some pancakes. What's the scoring update?
Oh, the scoring update is 5 for the Bosses and 11 for the Oak Park River Forest Whitakers. Nailed it.
Yep.
Thanks, Ryan Mira, for that ding.
Ding. Ooh, a different ding.
Yeah.
That is the score. The Forest Whitakers have a lead right now, but there are 40 possible points available in the game of 6 things, the hardest game at Comedy Sports. Captains, you're here on the screen. I need you to decide which players you would like to send out to guess for 6 things. Fiona, who would you like to send out for the Bosses?
Listen, we've been training hard and we're not playing around, so we're sending out our strongest, toughest guesser, and that is Kelsey.
Ooh, everyone say goodbye to Kelsey and sorry. I saw that. Jesse, who would you like to send out for the Oak Park River Forest Whitakers?
Thanks for asking, Ref Heather. It's gotta be the Maverick to my Goose, Jacob.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Everyone say goodbye, Jacob.
Doesn't Goose die at the end?
I'm Goose.
I know.
Okay, our guessers have left the room, and by the room I mean they have turned off the sound on their computer and walked away so they cannot see or hear anything that is about to happen, and we are going to get some activities and replacements for the game of 6 things. We've got 6 activities that Hars got earlier, some wonderful suggestions from our loyal fans, but these are a little too easy for our fantastic guessers to figure out. We need to add some replacements to make them a little bit more challenging. So fans, I'm going to come to you for a whole lot of suggestions, and feel free, if there was a suggestion that you loved earlier that we didn't use, feel free to type that in again. There's a whole lot in the chat that I may have missed, so I'm happy to see it again and take it now. So first and foremost, I want suggestions of give me your favorite locations, places you would like to visit on a vacation or that you live nearby. What's the landmark that your hometown is most known for, your home state maybe? My hometown doesn't really have any landmarks. So give me those. I also would love your favorite celebrity, maybe someone that you would love to meet and have brunch with. How about some bands, musicians that you love from the 80s, 90s, and today? And because I love that I was listening to the radio earlier, it said 80s, 90s, and today, and I was like, what about the 2000s and the 2010s? Just skip those. Also, how about your favorite snacks that you love? I've got some wheat thins here that I wish were Cheez-Its. Hars, any other things that you would love to see, suggestions that you would love?
Oh, I would love some suggestions of how about things that we do, things that we used to do that we don't do, or items that we don't use today that we did back in the day, like a rotary telephone, or I don't have any more ho-hos, so my brain is getting mushy.
That's okay. Yeah, things that you might find in your grandma's attic.
Yeah, that's the question.
All right, so we're going to start with these. Maybe we'll ask for more things if we need them later, but we're going to start with thing number 1, barbecuing. So these suggestions are fantastic. I'm going to say that the grill that you are barbecuing on is a unicorn, and you are barbecuing with Fleetwood Mac. Sounds very fun. Hars, can you choose 2 replacements for thing number 2?
Yeah, thing number 2 is sleeping in a hammock. The hammock itself is a VHS player, and you're not sleeping in that hammock alone. No, you're with the Vikings.
Ooh. All right, number 3, paddle boating. Your boat is goldfish crackers, and because we have 2 people suggesting that, and your paddles are, I'm gonna take another band. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not doing great. You're paddle boating at the Jersey Shore. You're at the Jersey Shore. We've gotten there. Go ahead, Cars.
Excellent. We're going on a road trip. Yeah, that's the thing. Your car you're driving is not a car. It's a manatee. It's a manatee. And let's see. The road we're on is the largest ball of twine.
Ooh, that's tricky. Okay, so things 1 through 4 are worth 5 points each, and 5 and 6 are going to be a little harder. They're going to be worth 10 points each. So with that in mind, I see some tricky ones in here already that I'm going to take. So you're growing strawberries, but these strawberries are Yo-Yo Ma. And you are growing strawberries in the strawberry field is Finland.
Excellent. All right, our sixth and final activity, Heather, is starting a fantasy football league. The players you're recruiting aren't football players. No, they're Cabbage Patch dolls. And the computer you're using is I want to tell you. Yeah, it's an Amtrak station because trains are great.
All right, there you have it. 5 and 6, a little tricky. Loyal fans, give yourself a round of applause, 6s and 7s, for all of those wonderful suggestions. We're about to show you what's going to happen with those, while Hars messages our guessers and lets them know that they can come back to their computers now. They can come on back. As I said, they have to guess these activities and the replacements. And they're not able to just say what these things are. They can only get clues from their teammates with mime and gibberish. So, what happened? Where'd Hars go? Well, he turned into just a little dot. Anyway.
I'm a dot.
Turn your camera back on, my friend.
Oh, did I turn it? Oh.
Yeah.
That's my fault. I technical fouled myself.
Yeah, I'm taking 5 points away from Hars.
Okay.
So,
no more ho-hos.
Nope. Anyway, they're going to be using mime and gibberish to give clues, so they can only act out physically the activity and replacements. And gibberish, the made-up language, skabadi, skabadoo, wabasaba, splooshy, splooshy, but better than that, to give clues. And one last thing, we like to encourage our players to not do the activity for them. We like to try, when possible, to encourage them to not do the activity, to get the player to figure it out with the tools before them. So there's going to be 90 seconds on the clock for each activity. They have 90 seconds to figure it out and guess. If they do not guess it in time and they get it wrong, the other team has the opportunity to steal. So like I said, there's 40 points on the line. Those points can go to anyone. We've got the blue team up first for thing number 1. We're going to alternate through. 90 seconds are on the clock. Kelsey and Bosses, for the game of 6 things, are you ready?
Yeah! Yes! Diskara, baskara, buskarada. Diskara, hoo-ha, hoo-ha, scuba-dooba. Diskara, sumra, hoop, shunk, 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 shunk. Diskara, chuk, 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 chuk. Buska, iskara, simana, wamamaskara, simana, murr, simana. Abasimana, blah, Abasimana, geek, scuba diva da, Abasimana,
See what I for a kukunk, kukunk, some of ting, ting, ting.
Simena, Sumana, Mana, Simena. Gana Sita no Pa. Discana, Ana Simena, Ana Simena. Duska Dipata, Baba, Abba Discana, Abba, Babaska, Abba Simena, Ha, Fua, Abba Simena, Fua, Ba, 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 Ba.
That is time. All right, Kelsey, tell me, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm grilling on my brand new unicorn grill. I'm cooking with Fleetwood Mac of all people.
That is correct. I'll take it. That's 5 points to the bosses. All right, scoring update. It's 10-11 in favor of the Forrest Whitakers. All right, but it's close, and the Whitakers are on the screen. For activity number 2 in 90 seconds, reset on the clock. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Vivek.
Pasca patata, est-ce que touf, est-ce que fwap, tuka, fwa, fu, tuka, est-ce que fwap, Pascata, est-ce que as.
We've
Squanina, saga, squa, bagata, hanaka, sanka, saka, funk, asaga, funk, saka, qua, whatever, saga, funka, saga, fwa, asaga, punk, araga, Baraka, sakunaka.
Heska, ask it, it's
seconds. 30 seconds.
All right, there's 32 remaining after this guess if you don't get it. Jacob, what are you doing?
I'm obviously chilling in a hammock. My hammock itself is absolutely amazing. It's a DVD player. And the person that I'm with is a Viking.
Ooh, all right, you are really close. You have to clean up what that hammock is. You've got 32 seconds to clean up your hammock. Here we go.
Skip.
All right.
6 seconds.
All right, Jacob, what are you doing?
I'm swinging in a hammock. I am swinging with a Viking. And of course, I'm very kind, so I would rewind my hammock, which is a VHS tape.
Oh, that's 5 points to the Forrest Whitakers. All right, so that brings the score 16-10 in favor of the Whitakers. And I'm going to shout out to Ryan Mirror for that wonderful opening of a VHS. It was like Miramax or something. I don't know. All right, we've got 90 seconds back on the clock, and the bosses to the screen for activity number 3. Players, you ready?
Yes.
Super bloop, 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 bloop. Boom, scabba, sadada da scade for, soda, scadiba. Scabba, 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 sada, kafuabada, kasabada,
Skip
1 minute, players.
Skifwana, sabada kada.
Simona. Just gonna do, skidoo, discanana. Splooshy, abadiskada, blue.
3 seconds, players, 30 seconds.
Si foie
10 seconds, players, 10 seconds.
Boop, 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 click, click, click. Zing.
Five,
Tick, 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 tick.
4, time is up.
That is time. Kelsey, what are you doing?
Okay, well, I think it's quite obvious I'm on a ferry boat, okay? And the boat itself is Snack That Smiles Back, goldfish. And then, the boat is at, Happy Days, Monday, Tuesday, Happy Days. Happy, sing it now, it's Saturday.
Unfortunately, no. The Snack That Smiles Back is happy, and that's correct. But, nope. There's an opportunity to steal here. Jacob, if you can tell me the whole thing correctly, what are you doing?
Yes, of course. I'm obviously on a ferry boat. You already said the Snack That Smiles Back is correct, so my ferry boat is in fact a goldfish. And, of course, I am with none other than the cast of Grease, the movie. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Monday, happy day.
Tuesday, Wednesday. You were paddle boating. The boat was a Snack That Smiles Back. I love them. Goldfish. But you were at the Jersey Shore.
Oh.
We were in the realm.
I shouldn't have given season 4. That was my bad.
Oh wow. No points awarded for that one, and we're moving on to thing number 4 with the red team on the screen. 90 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
Vivek.
Yes. Karasaraka, Kurusuguraga Sara Arakranaga, Saraka, Kunk Saraka, Saraka, Saka, Kunk, Asaraganara, Saraka, Sara, Frum,
Warfoth?
Warfoth. Est-ce que et honky, est-ce que ouf et foie, est-ce que est-ce que
Saraka swa, saraka, sara choo choo choo, sara woo, sara sa pwa, akrada sa sara ara sa araga.
Wow.
30 seconds, players, 30 seconds.
Sara urabadaka, sara pwa, ara but araga sa pwa.
How's all about?
Sara araga, sara araka, saraka, wadaga, sara ho. Araga.
5. Hold on. 14 seconds.
It's such a fun game in a game happening here.
Yeah, it's a lot of this, and I don't understand it all.
All right, before you forget everything, there's 14 seconds left. Jacob, what are you doing?
All right, with 140 seconds remaining, I am driving, taking a road trip, like driving an RV cross country, and the RV itself is a sea cow or a manatee, and the snacks that I packed for the road trip is obviously a melon and a skewer for that melon. Thank you so much.
Ooh. All right, you are taking a road trip, and your vehicle is a manatee, but you've got to clean up that last thing.
140 seconds remaining. All right.
15 seconds. Here we go.
Oh! That's a whistle?
4. 3 seconds left.
4.
4 seconds left.
Jacob, what are you doing?
34 seconds remaining, I am taking a road trip. My car or my vehicle is a manatee, and the snacks that I packed are the world's largest ball of yarn.
Ooh, that's still not quite correct. You've got to clean it up, and what you're replacing. You've got 4 seconds.
34 seconds. Okay.
Wah. Yeah.
That is time.
that is time. What are you doing?
All right, with 60 seconds remaining, I am taking a road trip. The vehicle that I'm in is a manatee, and the road that I'm driving on is the world's largest ball of yarn. 17 points. All right.
I can't accept it. It's not the same.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, we might have a
Just
steal
figured.
here, Kelsey. What are you doing?
Oh, well, that was mine, but let's improvise. Oh, okay, so I am going on a road trip in my sea cow vehicle, and the biggest ball of wine is actually the highway, baby.
What did you say?
You heard what she said.
The interstate, the highway, interstate.
No, the other thing.
Highway, baby. Biggest ball of yarn.
No, but you said okay. It was the biggest ball of twine. TWINE.
That's playing with twine. Oh, did I? Sorry, I'm hammered right now.
I'm not giving anybody any points.
What was?
It was okay. You're going on a road trip with a manatee car, and the road was the world's largest ball of twine.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I implied.
I want the world's largest ball of wine.
Wine. Ooh,
The world's largest ball of wine.
I thought I misheard, but everyone had the same reaction. Ooh, okay, we're
The
gonna.
Franzi orb.
We got off the road a little bit with the ball of wine. The score is staying the same after that one, but we're moving into our hard 10-point round. For things 5 and 6, it is toasty. That's what happens when you have the biggest ball of wine. 90 seconds are on the clock for thing number 5. 10 points on the line. Bosses, you ready?
Yes! Yes!
Simona.
Splooshy, splooshy. Abisa, Asimana, pip, 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 pip. Dabasimana, glug, 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 glug. Abasamana, Danana, Simana, Asimana.
1 minute, players, 1 minute.
Abasimana, Diska. Abasimana, Disimana. Shoot, what? Oskumana. Shoot, what? Asimana, Disimana. Yeah!
Home. Och ska vi där få med där kassorna? Forza! Så med Sibara, Kabasa, Tassa, Tabarasa, for the whoop.
Oh! Simana! Waba Simana! Come on! Hua! Aski! Hua! Abasimana da! Hua! Hurdy, seem to burdy! Abidis gonna bottom! Abidis gonna boop! It's gonna
5.
Come on!
3 seconds. 4 seconds.
4 seconds left. Kelsey, what are you doing?
Okay, I think it's pretty obvious, even though we're all hammered, that I am digging a wine trough and for the wine ball of wine. And the sweet grapes that I make the wine with is Yo-Yo Man, and I'm at what's his name? I'm at Sharpen in Sweden.
Oh, okay. You've got 4 seconds left too. You gotta clean up this activity.
I'm happy to steal. Okay.
No. Oh, there's 4 seconds left for this. You've got to clean up the activity and your replacements a little bit, but there is a yo-yo friend involved. Okay, you got 4 seconds.
Skip it up, boom, boom, skip it up, ooh, shabba-da-da-da.
2.
One. No more time. Time is up. Time is up.
That's it. That was
No more ting-ting.
that cleared it up. Kelsey, what are you doing?
All right. I have said, look, everybody, we're all drunk. I have created a burial for all of my crazy straws. All the straws, they're time to die. And then, the like spiral that I stir my drink with is yo-yo fun, and all right, we won. My mom's watching, so give me a break.
Hey, Jacob, what are you doing?
All right, with 16 seconds left, I am at making it like a melon juice, like a melon cellar and stuff like that, like a melon cellar. The melon itself, the melon itself is famed cellist Yo-Yo Ma, full stop, and. And of course, I'm doing it in none other than the beautiful Helsinki capital, Finland.
Oh my gosh! Okay, you know what? The fruit was Yo-Yo Ma, and you were in Finland, but everyone should have known this. Surely you were growing strawberries.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the Beatles reference that you made with the straws.
What was this?
It's a straw.
That's all right. I just got that too.
What is this? Oh, a straw.
Alrighty. We're gonna get back on track for sure with thing number 6 because this is worth 10 points. If Jacob doesn't get it, Kelsey could steal to win. So no pressure. The match is on the line for thing number 6. We got this. Here we go. 90 seconds.
Go back.
Papa? Ask Papa?
Aquatic side, I gotta say that. Wah! I gotta say. Wah! I gotta say. Fook. Aquatic side, saga. Squad da 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 da. Saga gotta.
Players 1 minute.
Saga sa. Oh, gotta say. Saga sa. Fwonk sa. Baraga sa. What a gotta. Funk
30 seconds, players. 30 seconds.
Papa, esque Poink, esque ding dong,
Five seconds, players. Nailed it.
Got it. Okay, with 5 seconds left. Jacob, what are you doing?
All right, with 5 minutes remaining, I am dreaming of my glory days in high school playing football. The football team that I used to play on is obviously a Furby that is also used as a teapot cover. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't say that the playbook that I have and stuff like that is actually the Metra that you run for and you get your ticket punched on. Thank you so much. 200 points to the right.
Good job, Jacob. You won.
Jacob, you are in the right zone for all 3 of the things.
You can say end zone. That's where we get points, right?
Sports terms. So yeah, you're
hovering around the end zone, but not quite there. You've got 5 seconds to clean this up. I believe. Ted Lasso. Okay, here we go. That's time. All right, Jacob. For the win, what are you doing?
All right. To be honest, it's pretty simple what I'm doing. I am, of course, looking back at old football plays that I made in high school. Thank you. And of course, the team that I'm with is a Cabbage Patch Kid. And the computer that I'm looking at these at is, of course, oh boy, Fraggle Rock. Thank you.
Ooh, okay. I will say that one part of that was right. Chelsea, you've got the opportunity to steal these 10 points and the match. No pressure.
Well, how am I gonna follow that? All right. So I am watching the game on my computer being like, oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be a professional football player. I got FOMO. And then the team is the Cabbage Patch, and then doll, and then the computer is a train car.
Oh, you were so much closer. Y'all are gonna be mad. You were starting a fantasy football league.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
The players were Cabbage Patch Kids, and the computer was the Amtrak station.
Oh.
Nobody gets points. The score. The Whitakers take it. Bring us home, Hars.
Oh, what a great match that was. Congratulations to our Forest Park Whitaker, Oak Park Den Whitakers there. But first of all, let's say goodbye to your second place team, the Downtown Chicago Bosses. We had Kelsey Myers, Tad Conley, and Fiona Stevens. Those championship Whitakers were Jacob Schaefer, Maureen Winston, and Jesse Gomez. Referee, master of ceremony, HMS Pinafore herself, it's Heather Scholl. Thank you so much to Ryan Muir for all those great music hits and those little dingy bells. Jason is in our technical booth, making all the things go and doing all the finger gestures so I get them right. My name is Hars. I've been the announcer. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 7:30 for another Comedy Sports match. And I hope to see you at the Den starting soon. Good night.